Hi, I'm Andrew, CEO of VALI, and today I'm going to be telling you about how our technology is used to cure diseases by reprogramming cells. All of us have seen somebody deal with being treated for cancer. Cancer drugs suck, and my friend Barbara here knows this better than most people. Barbara is being treated by my co-founder Mike Wong for stage 4 metastatic melanoma. Mike has thrown everything he has in his arsenal at treating Barbara, and he has failed to cure her. She's running out of time, she's out of options, and we think that this is unacceptable in the 21st century. So how is it that we failed Barbara so badly? Well, the first problem that everybody is familiar with cancer drugs is how toxic they are, so I'm not going to dwell on that too much. The second problem is that we really don't have a good way to deliver cancer drugs to tumors. Even if you used an antibody or a nanoparticle delivery system, you're still going to miss some of the time and therefore get toxicity. The third problem is that even if you could target the perfect drug to the tumors perfectly, you wouldn't wipe them all out. There will always be some cells that are resistant, and therefore your tumor grows back, now it's drug resistant, and that's exactly what Barbara's facing. So what are we going to do about it? Well, VALI believes that in the 21st century, drugs aren't used to cure diseases, reprogramming cells is used to cure diseases. In the case of cancer, we would reprogram these cells by flipping a genetic switch that forces the cancer cells to kill themselves. Now, this is a bit like blowing up the Death Star from the inside out. And for that, you need a state-of-the-art delivery system, such as the Millennium Falcon. That's what we've built at the molecular level. This is VALI'S technology. We've developed, for drug delivery, multilamellar liposomes. If you imagine those Russian stacking dolls where you have a doll inside of a doll inside of a doll, this is similar. You have a liposome inside of a liposome inside of a liposome. The advantages of this is that you have multiple compartments in which you can deliver different therapeutics. And this is a very flexible system. You can do this regardless of the chemical characteristics of what you're trying to deliver. So you could, for example, combine an old-school small molecule drug with CRISPR-Cas9, or you could deliver an antibody and a DNA molecule. Because of this, we have now developed a system that can reprogram cells in vivo. We're calling our first-generation technology ONCODE. This stands for Oncology Recoded. It takes advantage of the fundamental differences in gene expression between cancer cells and healthy cells. ONCODE will be injected into the patient, will travel to tumors, and enter cancer cells. Once they're inside the cancer cells, they'll actually do a genetic spot check and really make sure that this is, yes, a cancer cell. If it's a yes, it flips the genetic switch, and the cancer cell kills itself. What's really important, though, is that if we end up in a healthy cell, such as a liver, for example, this technology is smart enough to know that. It doesn't flip the switch, and that cell survives. So now you're killing cancer cells, but leaving healthy cells alone. Now, this might sound like science fiction, but in the last few weeks at IndieBio, we have made it science fact. In the top right, in orange, you can see this massive tumor cells sitting on a bed of healthy green cells. With just one treatment with ONCODE over 48 hours, we've virtually eradicated the cancer cells, as you can see in the bottom right. Now, this is amazing, and it has the fundamental ability to change how we treat cancer forever. But we know that this is a long way from the market. So how are we going to build a viable business to get us there into the clinic? Well, it turns out that even in the 21st century, there are still many, many drugs from many, many companies that literally sit on shelves because they can't be delivered to the right place at the right time and the right patient. VALI is building partnerships to solve those problems. Let me give you a couple of examples. I'm proud to announce that during our time at IndieBio, we not only forged our first partnership with Intelligent Material Solutions, we also delivered our first product in just a few weeks. IMS has an amazing nanoparticle that can actually be imaged on X-rays. The problem was that they couldn't ever deliver it to a living cell. VALI teamed up with IMS to solve this problem, and in doing so, we have developed a nanoparticle that allows tumors to be imaged on a simple X-ray or CT scan for the first time in medicine. Now, this is incredible, and it's a great breakthrough, but it's also something that's very exciting from the business side. With this first product from our first partnership, we have access to 3 different markets, each of which is worth over $1 billion. And the best part is that we have a 50-50 revenue agreement with IMS. The second partnership is one that I'm really, really excited about. When Merck heard about our ability to deliver 2 different drugs in the same nanoparticle at the same time to cancer, they called us in 24 hours. Within a couple of days, we had a meeting with them, and now we're working on getting a pilot study started in the next 2 months. Anybody who's dealt with big pharma will tell you that this is moving at lightning speed for these guys. So they're obviously as excited as we are about this possibility. Our business model is quite straightforward. As I've alluded to, we would take a partner's asset and we would encapsulate it in our technology. We'd then show that we can deliver it more effectively and more safely than the drug on its own. For this, Valley would get paid. This would be a paid development project. Once we've developed this, we would hand it back to our partner, and they would do the expensive and difficult clinical trials with the FDA. As the new asset moves through these clinical trials, Valley gets paid. We would get paid for each milestone reached. Finally, once the product's on the market, we would get royalties for every sale. Now, we do have some competition, but as far as we know, nobody can do the things we can do in terms of multi-drug delivery and cell reprogramming. Our IP is protected by 2 different provisional patents, one of which we wholly own because we developed it right here at IndieBio. Our milestones over the course of the next year are to continue to build our stable of partnerships. We will also develop the team and the production bandwidth to serve those partnerships. Speaking of our team, we've assembled a stellar group of scientists. We have biomedical engineers, material scientists, and cancer biologists, all of whom are laser-focused on making cancer a disease of the past. Of my key advisors, I'd like to point out Holly Hartman. Until recently, Holly was the director of biz dev at Amgen, so she is intimately familiar with getting the kinds of deals done that we need to build our successful business. With that, I'll close. And if you want to help join us on our quest to make this a reality in patients, then come and see us at our booth. You'll see a live demo of our technology. We're raising $1 million. We have $300,000 already committed, and I'll see you at the booth. Thank you.